If you take Genesis, and right at the beginning where it says that God is creating the world and giving man dominion over the birds and the animals and the fish and so on. But the correct translation, I'm told by my Jewish friends, of that word, that Hebrew word, is not dominion, it's stewardship. And that's very, very different.
That, of course, was Jane Goodall, a scientist who worked with chimpanzees for most of her career, and quite an extraordinary woman, as I've learned a little bit about her recently. And she's right. I wanted to fact check her, or at least to fact check her Jewish friend who said that the Genesis account, when it talks about to rule, God giving mankind the authority to rule over every other creature, being more like stewardship. And indeed, it's true. The Hebrew word radah, it primarily means to rule or to have dominion over something. The idea of exercising authority or control, often in the concepts of governance or stewardship. So there's that word stewardship. In the biblical narrative, it's frequently used to describe the dominion given to humanity over creation, as well as the rule of kings and leaders over their subjects. And so in the ancient Near East culture, the concept of dominion was closely tied to kingship and governorship or governance. Rulers were often seen as stewards of the gods, tasked with maintaining order and justice. The biblical use of radah reflects this understanding, emphasizing responsible and benevolent leadership. The idea of dominion in Genesis, for example, is not one of exploitation, but of stewardship and care for God's creation. So when we read Genesis 1, let us not read into it the destruction or exploitation or the taking advantage of creation, but rather as given a God-given mandate and a responsibility to care for creation as God's stewards.